It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the two teams who met in Super Bowl 55. It's the Bucs and the Chiefs under the lights on Monday night.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
And at one point he announced to the NFL world that he had accomplished everything he needed to and was going to retire, but then reversed that decision. And I think everyone who likes football loves the fact that he's still out there throwing it around and still at the top of his game. And currently seen and accomplished just about everything, he figured there was always room to add to that legacy.
To the air right away is Brady. He'll dump this one off here to White. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Now Brady. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Jones has it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brady. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon has been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
On 1st down, Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Another setup beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
A man who grew up right here in Kansas City at Center High School. It's Rashad White. And this is going to be a Bucs 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and handle it a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Brady.
This one taken in by Otten.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A gain there of 30 big ones.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Caught by Jones.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Again, it's Brady.
He's got Otten. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Brady.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone was 1 play from stalling out.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal.
And this one will be a 29-yard attempt.
Succop's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession, as they've got it with a third down coming up. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There's actually zero pressure. Third down. And he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Levante David in on the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now, because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A handoff as they run the counter play. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Stuck for the loss by Devin White.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Evans has it left side. Touchdown! Mike Evans, 40 yards. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is now 10-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now McKinnon to start the drive.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 27, Mahomes, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it makes it third down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch on that one for Kelce, and it's a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
They go play fake. Mahomes.
And no hesitations. They go right back to Kelce.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, get me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Complete, the tight end Kelce. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On first down, Mahomes. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The strong windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Mahomes to throw once more.
That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Butker's kick here is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now Brady. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And out come the Chiefs now. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, screenplay, McKinnon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And now third down and 6 to go. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. This will cost him 11 yards there on the 2nd and goal sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
So from outside the red zone now after the sack, a long 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Bucs. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
before the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Takes it at the 7.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
2nd and 5.
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now they'll throw with Mahomes.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelsey, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Brady now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's White. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Throwing now is Brady. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
On first down, Brady.
This one taken in by Otten. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
To throw again on second down, Brady. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Michael Dana.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is caught by Evans. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Eluded, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
And on 2nd and goal, they decide to throw it again, and this result is even worse. They take a sack. On 1st down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first 2 plays, beginning with 1st and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
To throw is Brady. He completes it right side to right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So Brady departs, and on it's Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal.
From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt.
Succop's kick is good.
And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Fielded right around the 8.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, We just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter and continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time?
They were really good on the last drive. On first down, Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Second down, McKinnon. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Handoff, it's McKinnon. Oh, able to avoid him. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Mahomes throw here complete to Kelsey. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 2nd and inches, Mahomes finding Gray on the out route. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
Along the sideline, this is Smith-Schuster with a catch.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. here's Mahomes. This is caught. Well, Mahomes finding his ball hard for the KC boost. Defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Mahomes going to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team is playing, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far and throughout.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. Touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They begin with a run by Fournette. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Brady. Here's White. They set up the screen. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Now Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now Brady got to have this one. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on fourth down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Again, they'll throw with Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Fournette running wide side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Can't get away, and Brady will go down. George Karlaftis, his second sack of the night.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Brady and a dump off to White. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
That's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
He got 29 yards that time.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Mahomes to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find a soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Now a give. This is McKinnon.
And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, McKinnon again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try with McKinnon. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Jerick McKinnon punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here's Brady and the Bucs. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:40 remaining. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He completes it to Evans. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Brady to Gage for a Tampa first. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. Play action. Now it's Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And his pass, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Brady. And that will be incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to have the Bucs 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Give them 18 on that one. And it'll give the Bucs a 1st down. One final try now for Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brady, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.